In the final years of the 1930s, the world stood at a crossroads. The scars of the First World War were still visible, etched into borders, economies, and memories. Yet beneath the fragile promise of peace, darker forces were gathering. By 1939, the shadows of another global conflict stretched across Europe, and the road to war was nearly complete. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, was meant to ensure lasting peace. Instead, it planted the seeds of resentment. Germany was stripped of territory, limited in military power, and burdened with massive reparations. For many Germans, the treaty was not justice, it was humiliation. Economic hardship followed, worsened by the Great Depression, leaving millions unemployed and desperate for change. Into this chaos stepped Adolf Hitler. Promising national revival, Hitler rose to power in 1933, fueled by anger, propaganda, and fear. He rejected the Treaty of Versailles outright, rebuilding Germany's military in defiance of international law. Britain and France watched with concern, but also hesitation. Memories of the First World War were still fresh, and the desire to avoid another conflict led to a policy that would later be known as appeasement. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Europe, authoritarian regimes were on the rise. In Italy, Benito Mussolini pursued imperial ambitions, invading Ethiopia in 1935. In Spain, civil war erupted in 1936, becoming a testing ground for modern warfare, as Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy supported General Franco, while the world largely stood by. These conflicts revealed a troubling truth. The international community, led by the League of Nations, lacked the power or the will to enforce peace. By 1938, Hitler's ambitions became impossible to ignore. Claiming to protect ethnic Germans, he annexed Austria in an event known as the Anschluss. Once again, no military resistance followed. Later that year, Hitler demanded control of the Sudetenland, a region of Czechoslovakia. At the Munich Conference, Britain and France agreed to his demands, believing they had secured peace for our time. They had not. Within months, Germany occupied the rest of Czechoslovakia, proving that Hitler's promises were empty. Trust collapsed, but time was running out. In August 1939, the world was stunned by an unlikely alliance. Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, a non-aggression agreement that secretly divided Eastern Europe between them. This pact removed Hitler's fear of a two-front war and cleared the final obstacle to invasion. On September 1, 1939, German forces crossed into Poland. Tanks rolled forward, aircraft filled the skies, and a new form of warfare, blitzkrieg or lightning war, unleashed destruction at unprecedented speed. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. World War II had begun. The road to war in 1939 was not paved by a single event, but years of fear, failure, and fragile compromise. Economic despair, unresolved grievances, aggressive nationalism, and global inaction all played their part. Each step into the shadows made the final plunge inevitable. The lessons of 1939 echo through history. Peace cannot survive without justice, vigilance, and collective responsibility. When warnings are ignored and aggression is tolerated, the cost is measured not only in borders lost, but in lives.